We are the children of Israel. We have established that Elohim prevails in our lives, that we have been restored by the blood of Yeshua, and with this, we will move forward as we continue our journey to the promised land, our final and ultimate redemption in the world to come. You know, everybody says, you're saved, you're saved, you're saved. The fact is, we're restored, but we're moving towards redemption. In the world to come is when that judgment is going to take place. And that's when the salvation comes. We have a long way to go in our journey. We've only visited a few places. But we'll continue our journey, and we'll continue learning how we grow and how we transform until, well, we say that we begin our relationship with our Elohim while we're alive. Last week we talked about the fact that we enter into the world to come while we're still living. We step a foot in the world to come while we're still living. But it's what we do, the balance of the journey, that will help us to put both feet in the world to come. So, any questions on this? I meant to do this as an exercise because I really want everybody to be able to look at the scripture and do more than simply just read it. You know, I want everybody to be able to ask, why is this word used? Why is this word? This word means half a dozen things. What does the rest of it say so that I can figure out which one of these half a dozen things actually fits into the puzzle? So is this helpful? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on any of this?
Well, I have a question. Because when I went to church, the pastor was saying when Moses hit the rock, he did it out of anger. And he didn't enter into the promised land. So what's the difference?
Okay. Rephidim was the first time. Okay. They came to a place where there wasn't any water a second time. Okay, down the road. And they were complaining and mumbling. They'd seen all the wonderful things that Elohim had done for them. But this time Elohim said, speak to the rock, and water will come forth. Speak to the rock in my name, and water will come forth. We have to speak the word. The rock had already been hit with the staff. But he took it upon himself out of anger to strike the rock, not one time, but he struck it twice. Okay? We cannot crucify Yeshua more than once. He's already done it. And if I think that I can do it again and again to satisfy myself, to show that I am something and take the glory away from what Yeshua did, take the glory away from what Elohim can provide, then I may not enter into the promised land. That's a judgment that only Yehovah can make. He didn't enter into the promised land because he took the glory away from Elohim. He put the glory on himself. He said, I'll give you water.
He more or less disobeyed too.
He disobeyed. And the consequences of disobedience and going from being the vessel to going back to saying, I am God, so we stray. And he pleaded the entire time, I'm sorry, let me in, I'm sorry, let me in. But Yeshua says, many will come to me and say, Master, Master, didn't we do all these things in your name? He will say, depart from me, I never knew you. This is why we have to build a relationship now. And we have to get to know him. It's not simply being able to spout out Bible verses or stand on a single verse that we take, maybe out of context and twist it into something. Anyway, anybody else?
Okay. Where did I miss? How do we find the root of the word?
The root of a word, most of these that I've shown you come straight out of Strong's. You can go to Strong's and find the word in, most Strong's concordances are based on King Jimmy. So if you have a King James Bible lying around, find the words you're looking for in King James and take it to Strong's, and Strong's will give you the number to go to in the Hebrew. And you open it up. Now, the only minus to this is that when you get into Brit Hadashah, it's going to give you a Greek word. And you can go to the Greek word, and 98% of the Greek agrees with the Hebrew. But it's usually the 2% that doesn't agree that throws everything off. So, but that's where, in Strong's. They also make a Strong's now for the New American Standard Bible. And I think, I don't know if there's one actually coming out for any of the Hebraic Roots Bibles yet. I think that there was somebody actually working on something along those lines, but I've slept since I read that.
We have the app on our phone. That gives us the.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's
if you have Android, an Android phone, you can get an app that's called My Sword, and you can download a multitude of Bible versions. You can also download.
That's what gives you the roots and the.
You can download Strong's,
Yeah.
and you can download. It's called the Ancient Hebrew Language Bibles Reference. That'll take you from Strong's. It'll actually take you to the Proto-Hebrew and show you the Proto-Hebrew as well. So my Sword for Android, it should be an app on your phone. Just go to your apps and hit My Sword.
Does Apple have that too, the iPhone? Does the iPhone have that too?
I think my Yor had an iPhone and he had trouble getting it, but you can also go
Yes,
to.
the Samsung.
Yeah, you can. Oh, does he have? I can't remember. Somebody had a problem on the iPhone, but you can go.
Chester.
Oh, Chester did. You can go to. You can go to eSword. eSword on the internet and do the same thing.
What's easy?
eSword is
The same.
it's the same thing
basically.
as My Sword. It's just you can get different Bible versions on your computer, and then also get the concordances and all that other stuff as well.
The reason why I brought that up is because I use mine a lot.
Yeah.
Because he always has the Strongs, and so I have to use my phone.
But the best way to do it is time consuming. But I mean, the best way to do it
Is with the Strongs.
to flip pages.
Yes.
It gets you used to doing it. I use My Sword because it's convenient, and I have a very small workspace, and I have things balanced on different tables until I can
Yes, he
move a bigger desk in there. So,
does. And it's seeping
Any-
all.
anybody else?
He doesn't.
Okie dokie. Well, maybe. I see the look. Is there a question?
Not tonight.
Huh?
Not tonight.
Night tonight.
No.
Okay. Well, I think we've
That
achieved.
Strongs and Swords sound real good.
Well, I think we've achieved grittiness for tonight. So there we go.
Thank you.
This sounds dumb, but what is the
It's a new, right? It's the,
This thing.
no,
No.
no.
Oh no, we're still
You
going.
refer to that.
Apostolic writings.
Yes.
Help!
apostolic.
Help! We're looking at the ceiling.